G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Draw with JAZZA. I'm JAZZA and this video is the announcement for the winners and entrants to the Challenge of the Month for February 2015. And the theme of the Challenge of the Month was ROBOMANCE, where participants were required to illustrate a scene depicting a human and a robot in some sort of romantic partnership. Every time at the end of the month when I go through the entrance to the Challenge of the Month, I am blown away and touched, and it's amazing because not only have all these people put in so much time and effort, but it's also slightly heartbreaking for me because they're so good and I can't give them all prizes. So I just want to give a heartfelt thank you to absolutely everyone who participated. So whether you win a prize or are showcased or not, I just want you to know that your participation is just so appreciated by me and everyone else who has joined in the competition, and I look forward to showing every single entry to the competition at some point in this video. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I am now pleased to present to you the showcase for the February 2015 Challenge of the Month, ROBOMANCE. First off is a piece by artist Tara Graphics entitled Fashionably Late. I really like the contrast of colours and the skin tones, like the purples and the gold, and the details in the robot. Isidor Swandl, a 16-year-old boy from Sweden, created a fan art piece from the Lego movie called The Old Wild West. Skimlet painted Look at the Stars, which has a really interesting and subtle use of colours and textures throughout the piece, really well presented and well painted. D. Thompson 0190 created Rosie and Mags. Having a romantic dinner together, I really like the crisp nature of this piece, really well presented. Artist Silly Ovaries 69 created a watercolor traditional piece, good use of anatomy and understanding of the figures that they're creating, and I really like the splats of red in the background and the gritty textures that creates. B-Boy Ren created a piece called Memories, an interesting sort of top-down view. I love the stylistic creation of the character and the picture that we see there, and the interesting use of the top-down view as well as the e-cigarette that we see there too. It's quite cool. Artist Irina Awaz created a piece called Warm Hugs and Hot Chocolate, a fan art from the Big Hero 6 movie. Artist Luxy created a piece called 50 Shades of Potato. This one made me laugh out loud, which is a bit of a rip on the 50 Shades of Grey movie with Shell and GLaDOS in the form of a potato from the Portal series. The Rabid Werewolf painted a piece called The Synthesis Ending, fan art from the Mass Effect series, also well painted and composed. Vincent Volt created a piece called Robot Love. Simplistic use of colours and composition, but I really like the solidity of this piece and the smooth nature of the painting. Reza Hales painted this piece, really nice use of lines and colours. I really like that cel-shaded look throughout the piece. Angelus Mortiz painted this piece of who he refers to as characters from the obscure anime Heat Guy J. John Sook 95 created a piece which is another fan art piece of Big Hero 6, but merged with Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot. Tadnium created a piece called Hey Listen, which is a traditional pencil and paper piece of a steampunk Link and an android Zelda. Very creative interpretation, well composed and detailed. I would have loved to have seen it in colour, but they've done a fantastic job. Goddamn Oni created a piece called It's Not an Error, a nice asymmetrical piece with smooth painting throughout. This piece by Monkey Invader is called The Part When They Leave You. It seems to me to be a traditionally drawn pencil piece that's coloured digitally, but really well done, and I love the robot design. And though there isn't a human in the piece, I'm assuming that the I love you messages that the robot is writing on itself are from a forlorn relationship that he must have had from a human, so I'll let it slide. Really well done, and I love the style. Artist Alpha Jazz created a piece called Maintenance, which is a bit of an anime looking piece. Really nice use of golden lightings and hues throughout the piece, and clear understanding of anatomy and robot parts and structures. Great use of compositioning as well as blurring things close to the camera and distant from the camera to keep the central focus on our two loving characters. Artist Niana created a piece called Carl and Ellie, which is really nicely done, cute, and slightly depressing because it's the wife of our character from Up who died, who is now a robot. So we're happy that she's back, but also slightly sad because we're reminded of the incredible sad opening from the movie. Artist Thorstone created a piece called MGR Romance. The artist in the author's comments exclaims how happy happy they are with the result, and they should be, in this piece depicting Raiden and Senator Armstrong on a romantic dinner date. And Zat painted this ambitious piece with a fantastic sense of scale and drama and a really cool use of colours and brush strokes. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, that was a showcase of just some of the incredible entries to this Challenge of the Month competition, but now we're getting to some of the prize pools, and this is where I've sort of subdivided and sectioned off certain entries into categories of people who came very close to winning prizes, and I just wanted to go through first the Encouragement Award winner. The Encouragement Award is a prize that is awarded to an artist who has made a lot of progress in their artistic journey leading up to creating their entry to this competition, or who has created something that's very ambitious for their skill level or very interesting and entertaining a piece to look at. One of these pieces was by Blunderman99 and it is called C-3PO and Princess Leia. It's a traditional piece and you can tell by the way that they've used their colours and composition that they've really put a lot of effort into the piece. Mickey D489 created a piece called Robocop Sweet Side, another traditional piece, and it's quite impressive in particular how the gradient has been created in the sky in the background with textures and the mix of colours in what I assume is texture and pencil. This piece by Gassero is by a lady at a party about to put an awesome love mix into what appears to be a Transformer jukebox. I love the polished nature of this traditional piece and also the subtleties throughout the piece, like the can of oil. Artist Tianum created a piece called Love Stronger Than Iron, which depicts the Iron Giant on a romantic stargazing evening with a lady. This artist has made some great progress and this piece in particular is very polished. Artist Angel Mode created a piece called Burning Sparks All Too Bright. If you get the time to check out this piece, make sure to read the author's comments because it's very interesting the thought and effort that they've put into this 3-panel art piece. Quite a touching and sentimental theme and an artist who has made a lot of effort, so fantastic job. Artist Bear and Beards created this piece which has a really soft feel about it, and I really like the subtle glows throughout the piece and the way that the painting strokes have been used. But alas, there can only be one winner of the Encouragement Award, and that winner is Makarabu, who created a piece called The Spark of Life. This piece is the artist's first submission to the Challenge of the Month, and I really feel like they've made a huge amount of effort in the composition, in the lighting, in the style and the texture, the painting. I really get the sense that this artist has really pushed themselves to create something interesting and ambitious. So congratulations Makarabu on Newgrounds. Make sure to check your inbox and I will send you details as to how to get your prizes, which will include an item of your choice from the JAZZA'S Studios shop, as well as a signed book by Christopher Hart and a little sketchbook by Stillman and Byrne with the front page drawn on and signed by me. Which brings us, ladies and gentlemen, to the short list of entries that came closest to the runner-up and winning prize. So not all of these entries can win the prizes, unfortunately, and I really wanted to give something to everyone, but I couldn't. So the best I can do is just show off these artists and the amazing work that they've done. Artist JF Kid created a piece called Love Will Find Its Way. Incredibly well painted, fantastic use of contrast, lighting and texture, and I love the theme of this long distance relationship between the robot and the human. Artist Havgun created this piece called First Boot, which has already been front paged on Newgrounds, and you can tell why, because it has an astounding attention to detail. There's a lot of intricacies through this picture, it's got ambitious composition, and the thing I love most about it are the subtle touches like the expression on the girl's face and the way everything is laid out and composed, the dramatic use of lighting and details through the piece. Fantastic work. Artist Rim Kello created a piece called Space Dandy ROBOMANCE. This artist has used lighting and colour in really interesting ways. I really like the composition and the way that drama is kind of directing your eye around the piece. It's fantastically well done. Artist Amiji1924 created this piece called Eve and Jack Jack. Some lovable and well-known characters here put together in an extremely well-painted piece with a great understanding of shape and form and lighting. Bill the artist created C-3PO and Amy Farrah Fowler in what is pulled off as a very touching piece on the cover of a paper or magazine in a bit of an old school style, but it's really got a nice sentimental feeling about it and a bit of heartbreak to it as well, because it almost seems like Amy can't quite get through to C-3PO there. Artist Quentin Stipp 1600 created a piece called Made in China. Fantastic use of lighting, really sharp edges and attention to detail wherever it's needed, great composition, and I really like the contrast between the warm and cool colours. Art by Lexi painted a piece called Amy, which is Wally, our friend here, and again Amy Farrah Fowler, who seems to be a bit of a crowd favourite today. They're out on a bit of a stargazing romantic date together, and I really really am impressed by how the painted characters have come across and the stylistic interpretation, especially of Amy, and the way that they merge extremely well in the universe together. Artist Vadim created a piece called Parkour Faden ROBOMANCE. In this piece you can see Raiden running behind the intriguing Faith from Mirror's Edge to give her a bouquet of roses, and it seems like he'll probably never catch up, and I'm not entirely sure why she's avoiding him, but the piece as a whole is extremely well presented, interesting use of perspective and motion, really well done. Artist Beardley created a piece called Jane and the Mechanist. They went with the end of a ROBOMANCE with two characters from the Fallout universe. Jane discovers that the Mechanist was human all along. The heartbreak, the drama, says the author. Fantastically well made, and I love the use of lighting throughout the piece. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the moment you've all been waiting for, the runner-up and the winner of the Challenge of the Month. And before I announce them, I just want to say, first of all, to everyone who entered, amazing, seriously amazing, especially these finalists, you've all done an amazing job. But these two pieces in particular, I was looking at for about half an hour and getting help from my wife to judge it, and we were really close between them. It was almost a stalemate, and I've had to make a decision because I have to make a decision, but I just really want to reiterate that both are just incredible and inspirational to me and everyone else who watched this. So fantastic work. And the runner-up to the Challenge of the Month is a piece by Rain, which is called I Don't Mind the Rain. Subtitled, As Long As You Keep My Heart Warm. This whimsical piece is stylistically cutting edge and just fantastic, knows exactly what it's about. The use of shape and silhouette throughout the piece is really well understood by the artist, and the lighting contrast between the cool greys and the warm yellows, as well as the use of reflections and lighting and simplistic brushstrokes to create interesting and complex and brave shapes and transitions. It's just extremely well done and completely inspiring. Toka Rain, as the runner-up, will be receiving a copy of Masters of Anatomy, which is a fantastic art book, and an Epsilon series sketchbook with a front page drawn on and signed by me, as well as a whole bunch of digital goodies from my JAZZA'S Studios shop and some digital brushes from Kyle T. Webster. And the winner of the 2015 February Challenge of the Month ROBOMANCE goes to a piece by artist Paxilon entitled With the Last Drop of Juice. Aside from being obviously astoundingly well drawn and composed, with a clear understanding of anatomy and shading and lighting and all of the technical stuff, there was something ineffable about this piece that kept me going back to it. There's a soul to this piece, there's a story behind this piece that really is very captivating and quite heartbreaking as well. There's an emotion that is conveyed through this scene and a depth of story and narrative that is astoundingly well pulled off, and this artist should be proud of the incredible job that they've done. So a huge congratulations to Paxilon, and thank you for contributing your amazing talent. You will very soon be the proud owner of this Wacom Intuos Pro Medium provided by Wacom tablets, as well as some custom Photoshop brushes by Kyle T. Webster and an item of your choosing from the JAZZA'S Studios shop. So to Paxilon and the other prize winners, make sure to check your inbox on Newgrounds for a message from me instructing you as to how to receive your prizes. Otherwise, to all of the other entrants to the Challenge of the Month, I just want to give my heartfelt thanks for your effort and the inspiration you've given me and everyone else who has been watching this. I'm ecstatic to see the progress everyone is making, the effort everyone is making, and the ingenuitive and creative and amazing ideas that you guys have. This is absolutely a blast. Speaking of a blast, make sure to stay tuned to see the rest of the entries to the Challenge of the Month, and very soon, in a few days, the announcement of the next Challenge of the Month, the March Challenge of the Month, which will be an interesting one. The next one won't be able to voting, so you won't be able to find a link to a place to vote for the theme of the next challenge, because I have it ready to give you, and it's very exciting, so I can't wait to share that with you guys in a day or two. Thank you everyone for watching and joining in the arty party. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel to see new content every week. Check out more of my stuff by clicking the annotations over there. If you want to support my work and get a few goodies for yourself, head over to my store for archives, ebooks, and get yourself something nice. If you're looking for a great place to collaborate, explore, or share your own content, head over to newgrounds.com. That's it for now, and until next time, see you later.